Morning guys, it's a beautiful Queensland autumnal morning. Getting out nice and early, get this deck finished. I haven't done much filming of it because it's pretty much exactly the same as the decking part 1. Now if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link below, or Nick will put a link below so you can go and watch the shenanigans that went on there. But anyway, today we've got I put this post in yesterday. That's going to carry the start of the water tank, which is pretty much going to go around there. And the shower's going, which has been fantastic. I said to Nick yesterday, I said, do you know what? I said, when did we do that bathroom originally? It was for her daughter's birthday when they all came up Easter time. And guess what I'm doing now? For exactly the same reason. So that's a year ago that I first did that shower. And a year later, we're now doing the water tank, which has always been the design, always been the desire. So let's just get on with it, shall we? So first things first, I need to do some noggins around this post. Because where we have a board coming around here, it's going to be cut and the rest of it's going to float. And also where these decking boards, they're actually going to go around behind the tank. So we need to do some noggins in there because I've just got joists like this, joists. As soon as we get these joists in, we're going to do a flush on the downpipe. So, stay tuned. But first, let's check in on Nick.
Hey folks, so today is a big day. We're working with Carango using the 4BP method and we're going to introduce the rope. Oh, not both of you. You can hop out. Out you go. I'll get you some hay. One of the most important parts of creating a partnership with the Brumbie is consistency and predictability. We keep the same routine each day, from their morning feed, my training strategies, right through to having bedtime at the same time each day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 helpers today. What do you reckon about that, mate? Let's practice keeping your head in the middle. Good boy. Been having issues with him turning his head to the side. Like that. Face up. The thing I find that makes the most difference is my energy. Good boy. Animals are very perceptive to energy. You've probably been told not to let the horse or dog or the bear know that you're scared so that it behaves in a certain way. It's the same principle. We're having a calm, serene persona by being in the emotion of love and kindness. Good boy. Well done. I find the response from the Brumbies is much more relaxed and giving, and they seem much happier. Okay. Come on, face up.
How was your day, love?
Yeah, good. I got the editing all put together.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it was interesting. I was talking to the folks at home about how the Brumbies respond really well to energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They respond totally differently to if I go in there with the intention of having that cool, calm energy. Do you think that's a thing?
Yeah. Energy is massive. It's a source, and we are energy, aren't we really? Some days I'm really tired and I'm just not motivated to do anything. And other days I've just got bundles of energy and I can't stop.
Yeah, I think there's two things there. Like, we're still a physical person, so we've got to look after our body to an extent where we've got enough energy to get through the day. Like if we're eating Maccas every day and lounging around the place and drinking too much alcohol on a daily basis, our bodies will become sluggish and that will not help our energy. But on the other hand, I believe that energy comes from within. So I guess an example would be if you're slugging through the week at work and you're just drained by the end of it. But then on your way home on Friday, someone calls you up and says, hey, we're all meeting down the Esplanade for a barbecue and beers. You want to come down? It's like, whoa, suddenly you're a bundle of energy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that proves to me that energy comes from within.
I heard somewhere there's enough energy in one human being to power a small town for a week. It's not energy that stops us doing things when we're tired, it's lack of inspiration and desire.
Yeah, totally agree. Because I mean, like, look at you when you get in the zone in the workshop, you could just continue working.
Yeah.
But if you're doing like repair stuff and you don't have the bits and you've got to makeshift and pull stuff together and be like MacGyver it, you're like, by the end of it, you're totally exhausted.
Yeah.
But when you're
Physically.
but when you're working under inspiration, it just seems like you've got boundless energy. And I guess I get like that with editing the video or writing the children's books. When I come up with a really exciting idea, I just can't stop doing it until it's done. And then it's like, it's a good feeling. But if it's drudgery and it's like, say, doing the tax books or something, it's like, when is this going to be over? I'm falling asleep. And totally different energy sources, isn't it?
Inspiration, that's all it is. So I think we don't talk in terms of energy anymore. We talk in terms of being inspired. Inspired.
Yeah. You actually hear people say that, like, I'm not feeling very inspired to do this, or I'm feeling really inspired, let's go take some action. So yeah, it's definitely true.
Slashing or I'm doing stuff. I'm that inspired. Just there is no such thing as time.
Well, sometimes I come back from training the Brumbys and I feel like I was in there for 10 minutes and I was an hour. Yeah, you know what I'd really love to do, and I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, is to create a how-to move off-grid book. Because I know a lot of people watching really would love our lifestyle, but they're stuck in the 9 to 5 and bills to pay and all the rest of it. How they could get themselves set up financially online and then transfer that over to an off-grid property, and then learn how to grow their food, animal husbandry, which we've had to learn as we went along. We could put it into a book and help people to actually do it rather than just watching us do it.
We're not clearly the experts in everything. A bit like Napoleon Hill with Think and Grow Rich. He interviewed how many? 20? 200? How many was it?
Close to 1,000, I think.
1,000. Interviewed 1,000 successful people to write a book about success.
Yeah.
We've got our experience, we've got our ideas, we've got our desires, but we don't have all of the plethora of ideas.
And we also don't have 20 years to interview that
No.
many people and to gain the experience. So we could put the experience that we have already in the couple of years we've been doing it, and ChatGPT can scour the internet, get the facts and figures for us and bring them to us to put it in.
Good call.
What do you reckon, guys? Would that be a worthy book,
What do you reckon?
that you would like to read?
I think.
Maybe some Patreon members can get it as part of their package.
I think, Patreon members, the paid ones, definitely get it for free.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. I'm quite inspired with that because I know there's a big community of people who want to do this move, and that their lives will be so much more rich for having done it, but they just don't know where to start, or they might be scared that, I don't know anything about sheep. Well, I'd never had a sheep before you, Maggie.
I know everything about sheep. Let me, if you want to know something about sheep, hit me up.
Shh, close your ears.
So guys, it's Christmas time, and we wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas.
and a prosperous New Year.
Very
May
much.
you be inspired to start a new venture that takes you to the outer stratosphere.
To live a life you love.
Live a life you love.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Hi guys, I've continued on. I've got this decking done here and I've run out of screws here, so I've stopped, but I've put this post in. That post is gonna support seed purling that goes through here. Roof is going to carry on through. I've laid the ironbark flooring down. I've still got to plane this up, and I've got to work out a way to kind of get that done so they're all uniform, if you know what I mean. But today I've got to run some pipe because we've got some severe storms coming. Tomorrow's meant to be, I think it was 30 odd mil, and then 40 mil. We're meant to have 160 odd mil over the next 4 days. And it's hot and it's humid. And I use the poly pipe to run from the house tanks all the way over to the cattle shed and down to the pigs. But now I don't have enough poly pipe to run from the house all the way up to the tank. And yeah, that's not our cow, it's the neighbours, but it likes coming in here. So that's what I've got to do. I've got a U-Butte sort of trencher. I'm going to put it on the back of Miss Massey and trench pipe from all the way from the garden here, all the way up to the tank up there. Where is it there? Just somewhere there. All right, let's do it. So, everything I just said, kind of scratch. Miss Massey had a bit of an accident. It's what's known in the industry as a catastrophic failure. Flat as. So I guess I'm just going to be laying it above ground. It doesn't really matter, it gets hot because it's going to go in the tank for storage anyway. It was just the fact that cars run over it. So, c'est la vie. So this is the poly pipe. It's an inch, 25.4 mil, but specifically an inch because it's rural pipe. And I'm assuming they say that, there it is, look. And I'm assuming they say inch because all farmers are old and they only know imperial. So I'm going to lay it from the poly tank there, which the tap is, all the way up to, oh, where's the tank? Up there. Yeah, more than enough. Now it's got to roll this out. Roll, roll, roll your pipe gently up the paddock. Intruder, intruder. They seem to be hanging around this area recently. What do you say, love? Thought so. I tell you, it's a beautiful sight having these cattle here. They're drought masters, if you want to know. Remember, Mocca's dad was in here somewhere. His mother and child. Come off. Ah, see? You see where I fixed the fence? Tight, tight, tight. It can still get through. All right. And we're here. Yeah. Hopefully that'll do it. I'll give it a test. It's commonly known in the trade as a first flush. So, if you want to know how to build a third flush like this, stick around. So, I've got to cut this pipe, put that in, got to go like that. This is up, not down, up. Put that to it. Do that to that. Do that to that. Bish bosh bash. Alright, I've got to get on because the dark cloud's coming. I'm using the old PVC pipe cement. Now there's a cleaner you can get with it, but little secret, methylated spirits works just as fine and it's probably about 1/1,000,000th of the price. Alright, a nice rag. You want to clean all mating surfaces. Right, when that's done, I've got it's going to be that way. First one I've got to do is the 45, then a short piece into the 90, and you've got a long piece down into the pod. Safety glasses are advisable with this because plastic in your eyes is not funny. So once that's clean, with a dry, this is inside, so you want to paint the outside because it's marrying up with the inside of the pipe. Capiche? Then spin them. Make sure nice and true. Next is that part there. Especially for us being rural, as if you stuff it up, it's a long way to get some more. Looks fairly true to the first flush. Once that fills up, clean water goes down into the water tank. Got to keep this one square. We need a pipe coming down there, going into there. This one's, and this one's to a short. We've got a rough measure, and I'll fine tune it. There. Importance of measuring twice and cutting once. See you guys. Thanks for sticking with me too. Appreciate it.